Hi, I'm Lily from Merino y Vino, and it is now 2021, so Happy New Year. It's been a while since my last video post, and I'm teaching full time from home, and my daughter is also adjusting to my being upstairs but unable to talk to her or interact with her. So, Genevieve, I love you, and I will see you soon. 21st century solution to uh, working from home is having your daughter watch you on YouTube while you're at work in case she wants to see you. So, today I am talking about custom dye orders. As hopefully many of you know, I dye my own yarn and I created my own business in 2020, which I had no idea what 2020 was going to shape up to be last March, and now I've been in business for almost a year. And it's steadily growing, which is good because I really enjoy dyeing yarn. I love the yarn community, dyers, spinners, knitters, crocheters, weavers, etc. In my experience, everyone's been really friendly and kind, and I'm really excited to participate more actively in that community. So one thing that came up recently is I was asked to do a custom knit order. Since I primarily knit, I also spin yarn, and I'm a beginner crocheter. But yeah, and so I was commissioned to make a knit blanket for a family, a throw blanket that the entire family could be under, which is super exciting. And so I started working with my friend on the colors and what she was looking for. So initially, she wasn't sure if she wanted navy or teal. And so I offered to dye both because why not? I like playing with color. So this is the first one I made, which is a navy. And although you can buy dyes that are navy or teal or tons of colors in between, I like to kind of give my own spin on stuff. The navy I had pre-made or from the powder form was a little too purple for me, and I wanted it to be just a little bit more vibrant. So I made this. And as you guys know who've worked with indie dyers before, it is a little tricky to make a solid yarn. It's usually going to have some heathered looks, and there are strategies to make it more solid. Uh, I guess, although I was supposed to make teal, I must have had green on the brain because this is the color that came from my first attempt at teal, which I actually love. And I'll post pictures on Instagram, and I will be selling the navy in this I call it emerald. I almost want to call it the Emerald Isle. And you can see like there's a little bit of speckle because I used two colors to make it. But in this light, it does look more teal. But in other lighting, it does look more like emerald green. So these were the two colors. And I guess the emerald is coming out a little bit more against the navy. And she wasn't a huge fan of the navy. I mean, I think she liked all the colors, don't get me wrong. But neither of these were exactly what she was looking for. So I made a third attempt. And this time I was more, I communicated more with her while I was dyeing the yarn. And this is the teal that we came up with. And it looks a little washed out here, but I'll take a better picture and I'll put it, on my Instagram, which I have my name below if you want to follow me. But this one is a lot lighter in color. And I'll hold it up with the other three so you can kind of see a comparison. And it's kind of more of a heathered look too, or more of a pastel teal. It has kind of more watery look and feel to it because when I dye for people or dye yarn for people, there's a lot of options. Do you want a teal to be greener or bluer? Do you want it to be more saturated in color and more like a jewel tone? Or do you want it to be more heathered or pastel? And so there's quite a few choices involved. And that's one thing that's really exciting about being a yarn dyer and working with people and knowing what type of yarn you guys want to work with and what colors you want to work with, because my gut choice and reaction to what I want to make is might be different from you. And so I don't think I'd ever make this exact yarn if it wasn't for my friend just steering me in the right direction. And I think it turned out beautifully. It is a more heathered look, and I have some cakes of it as well, since I plan to start knitting it up soon. Thanks to COVID and quarantine, I haven't cut my hair. Not that I would have. I do tend to have long hair. So you can kind of see in this one, there's some spots of white. So, or not white, but definitely a lighter color. And that's another reason why Indie Dyers will tell you if you're going to be knitting a big project that requires more than one skein, and for you newbies out there, this is a skein, you're going to want to knit with at least 2 cakes at once. And this is what you get when you take a skein and you rather than putting it in a ball, you just wind it up into a cake. So I offer this as a feature of my yarn as well. So if you don't have a yarn winder at home, I'm more than happy to cake it up for you as well. But basically you want to be knitting with both of these at the same time, because otherwise it'll be very obvious where one skein ends and another begins. And so I will be doing that with her blanket, and I've been writing my own pattern, and of course it's symbolic since my strength is in English. That's what I teach. And yeah, it's been an adventure writing the pattern, and I'm really excited to be making these video posts on, doing custom dye jobs and talking about writing kind of a complex pattern, which I've never done before, even though with blankets, I think sizing's a lot easier than with garments and hats and socks. So I'll be talking about that in upcoming posts, and I'll be showing tutorials on how to knit with 2 skeins at once, which isn't too hard if you've been knitting or crocheting for a while, but it's always nice to see different strategies. So yeah, I'm excited to be posting these videos, and if you have any questions or if you'd like me to dye a specific color for you on a specific base, please let me know, because I love working with you guys and really making your dream yarn. So please be in touch. Thank you.